If I were to use one word to describe Wimbledon Park, that word would be charming. It's a delightful little red brick station that feels more like a countryside halt than a commuter station. Who built it and when is no mystery. It says right there, LSWR 1889. Now, I talked about this in my video on Putney Bridge, but a brief recap. The line from Wimbledon to East Putney wasn't built by the District Railway, but rather by the London and South Western Railway. The London and South Western, or LSWR, were fiercely protective of their territory. But the district's manager, James Stats Forbes, was able to strike a deal with them before the line opened. District trains would be allowed to run to Wimbledon, and the LSWR would be allowed to run to Kensington using the district's lines. As the LSWR paid for the bridge over the Thames and never actually bothered running the Kensington trains, the district definitely got the best of the bargain. What I find quite interesting is that here at Wimbledon Park, the station is only a few hundred yards from the old LSWR main line. In fact, they had an engine shed, which still survives, just down the road. This was the last section of the district line to be electrified, not getting the juice until 1905. I don't think this was anything to do with the LSWR, they just didn't get around to it. This section of line didn't technically become part of the London Underground until 1994, even though it was only really used by underground trains at that point. Wimbledon Park Station really predates most of the development around here. The name comes from a nearby sports ground, and it should not be confused with Wimbledon Common. I talked about this feeling like a countryside halt. Well, when it was built, that wasn't far from the truth. The extensive housing development you see today followed the station. It was that old commuter railway bait and switch, lure people out to your new suburb, with the promise of getting out of the crowded city, then cover everything in houses. How about the station itself? The architectural style has been described as early English, whatever that means. I'd say it looks more English Renaissance, but I'll let people argue over it in the comments section. It's painted green and cream, possibly this is a reference to the Southern Railway, who painted their stations in those colours and owned this one from 1923 to 1948. And it has this London and South Western Railway ironwork. The station consists of an island platform with the entrance from the bridge. This kind of station layout was often a money-saving measure. It needed less land, plus you only had to build one platform, and not worry about footbridges and the like. Not that the London and South Western Railway were exactly hard up for cash, but maybe they felt that it wasn't worth their while splashing out on anything more grand in what was then the sticks. At the time of filming, the station was being adapted to give step-free access, following a long campaign by local residents and councillors alike to give a 19th century station for the 21st century. Hello all, I hope you enjoyed this English Renaissance or possibly early English tale from the tube. If you did, then please do hit like and subscribe for more. Feel free to share with friends, family, fellow inmates or whoever. And I'll see you again very soon for another tale from the tube.